Good morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's USDA report today at 10:30. We'll be out with the reaction of the numbers. Again, USDA isn't really expecting to make a lot of changes to the corn, bean, and wheat carryouts, either U.S. or globally. Some focus will be on USDA's estimate of the Brazil corn and soybean crops. Some people have reduced their numbers due to some of the wet conditions in the south and dry conditions in the central north. It's interesting that when we look at the Brazil forecast, it's dry for a week, and then at the end of the second week, it brings rains into central north Brazil. Now, the rains are trying to come from the south of Brazil and moving up. So we don't know if the jet stream is strong enough to do that, and so continue to see a pattern in which the end of the 2-week forecast is wetter for central northern Brazil, whereas when we get to that time frame, it's not as wet. Argentina conditions are favorable. The USDA is not expected to change those numbers. And then here in the United States, midweek next week, the southern plains is expected to see a good rain event. Right now, general coverage of anywhere from 3/4 to as much as 2 inches of rain is forecasted. Again, our weather guy feels that the maps are a little bit overdoing it, but it is going to rain mid-next week across the southern plains. Right now, we've got beans up 4 cents at $13.16, corn's unchanged at $4.68, and wheat's down 6 cents at $6.36. And we've been seeing March corn basically in a 480 to 490 trading range going into today's report. The USDA could lower the export, could raise the export number, but a lot of people think that the key is what China is going to do as far as how much corn they buy from the U.S. The bean market's been, Jan beans been trading pretty narrow range, 13 to 13.20 here again. They could raise the U.S. crush, but they could also lower U.S. exports. And the wheat, pretty broad range. Chicago wheat 620 to 650. We did find some selling as we got close to 650, and this rain event could limit the upside of the market until we actually see how much rain the southern plains get. So USDA report today, there's a jobs report today. We'll be watching pretty closely as far as Brazil weather is concerned, and also the demand for U.S. soybean, corn, and wheat exports.